Yes, another devlog. I did some small things on my game. Because when you are my age, you don't get to do big things anymore. That's depressing. Not a good start for an intro. But I did do things to my game. Sounds even worse, like I did some sex. I did not have. Let's just skip the intro. I'm not completely sure what I showed you in the last devlog. Must have probably been the overall combat and the prototype regarding the AI and the movement. But now I took a step back and I created a splash screen, a video, followed by a menu. This is obviously, just a rough placeholder, as well as the splash video, by the way. But I wanted to test how it works whenever you have a video in it. So whenever the video finished, a menu shows up. Whenever you click on a button, you get a nice transition, and then you see all the collision shapes. Let me just turn it off real quick. Let's try that again. We've got ourselves a splash screen video. Whenever the video finished playing, you will see the menu. Again, still a placeholder. You click on it and then voila, a video game, baby. Again, I'm not completely sure what you guys saw last time. I'm pretty sure it was a overall showcase of the combat and maybe some state machine behavior tree stuff. I decided to step away from that a bit because I was, to be honest, just tired of behavior trees and state machines. So I made some bushes, some palm trees, some flowers. I tweaked the overall look and feel. It's still nowhere near done, especially the house looks extremely rough with the big tiles. I'm going to delete that all together. I do like the dried up leaves on top of the house though. But apart from that, I will redo the whole thing. What did I do even more? I think together with the menu and the loading screens and transitions, I also made it so that you can actually complete a level. In this case, it's the little sign at the end of the level. If you touch it, you'll just go to the next level. And this obviously makes no sense. I was just screwing around with placing many palm trees there. I was also testing out how the parallax works whenever you have 3D palm trees versus old school 2D palm trees. I think it's super challenging to have 3D and 2D mixed together because the bigger the objects are, the more weird it looks in a 3D environment. But I do think I strike a pretty good balance here. Most of the vegetation and the greenery is less bright. And also the leaves are some sort of a very simplistic 3D shaped sprite. Only the branches are 3D and the platform itself. I decided to make the little stones 2D as well. So, you still get the feeling that you are playing a retro 2D-ish game with a mixture of 3D to it. Again, this all will change. I'm pretty sure I will revamp basically any model in the future, but I had some fun doing some pixel art. But that's not all. No. I did way more. Not too much more though, because I'm still an old fart who needs sleep. But I did also work on the interior buildings. How did I call them? Sub-scenes. Yeah, this is like the overall scene, but there's also like a packed sub-scene that's already been preloaded in the memory that you can instantly enter by just touching a door. Amazing. So, this is obviously a placeholder. You can exit the world and it will load instantly. For example, if I make this crab stumble with the placeholder stumble animation and I go inside real quick and then I go back, you will still see him stumbling. So the outside world will continue running in the background while you are inside. There are no loading screens. It's super fluent. Yeah, I like that. There's also more. Oh, there's way more in this video. No, this is the last thing. Yeah, I have to disappoint you. This is the last thing. Dialogue. I've just been experimenting. I think my big face is in the way, but I've been experimenting with some dialogue plugins. I tested out a few. This is the Dialogue Manager 3, I think. I think I will stick with this one. I like the simplicity and the way you can customize it based on code. I might switch. I don't know. I'm still learning the thing, But I will have like a diary in the room that you can go through certain pages and you can read through your memories, and it will basically give you lore, more lore, more lore, more lore, for those who are interested in the lore. I'm planning to go about lore and storytelling in a somewhat optional way. So if you just want to play the game, you just want to do combat and play through the levels, you don't get constantly stopped by interactions. There will be some interactions that you have to, go through because of obvious main story moments, but the background lore will mainly go about. I will mainly tell them via books and wall descriptions and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it. That's it. He dead. Poor bird. Yeah, I think, let's just keep this devlog somewhat short. Yeah, I can show you a little bit how I went about the scene manager. It's not like perfect code at all. I'm basically just trying things out, and whenever it works, it works. And I put some thought behind it. There's basically two signals in this scene manager. The first signal, I'm not sure if you guys can see. I will zoom in a bit. Normally I zoom in the whole editor, but this is not really a tutorial, so sorry for not preparing. But that's like the signal that goes about the main scenes that get requested and are being loaded, and you will probably better off using a loading screen whenever the levels get bigger. And there's also like sub scenes that are already packed in those scenes that needs to be changed every now and then. So there are different signals that you can use for that. These are some splash screen and menu ones that only get loaded in at the very start. And then there's a bunch of code that goes about loading the scenes, loading the menu whenever the splash screen is showing, switching scenes and switching the sub-scenes. These sub-scenes currently are those export vars on a house level. So you've got yourself a, let me check real quick. You've got yourself a house right over here, and you can just drag and drop the interior scene to it. I think that's nice because, I really like the drag and drop philosophy of Godot. So you've got yourself a house, you just drag your interior scene to it, and then that's the scene that lives in the house. I've also been experimenting and checking out whether I can just make the house transparent, but I do want to have this freedom to make the interior way bigger than it looks from the outside, just for aesthetic reasons. So therefore they will be separate scenes. So yeah, that's about it. As you can see, the world looks slightly better than it did previously. Again, it's nowhere near done, but yeah, what can I say? I'm having fun doing all the pixel art of yellow flowers, red flowers, small rocks, big rocks, like this. How's it called? Aloe vera. This plant, different types of plants that I actually looked up that are very common on our islands. So this is a super scientifically accurate video game starring turtles. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is probably add more blocks to this world, make an actual level, a first level, further improve the combat, further improve cutscenes, dialogue with NPCs. There's so much to do. There's so much to do. And I'm so old and tired. I'm having fun though. I hope you guys too, watching these devlogs. Bye bye.